If you own a Tesla or you're thinking about owning one soon, there are some key things that you can do to prevent wear and tear on the interior and exterior of your Tesla that don't cost a lot of money and don't take a lot of time, that'll prolong the life and look of your Tesla. So let's get into all of these best practices in this video. First of all, let me give you some quick context. I've driven my Model 3 rear-wheel drive over 33,000 miles, and I've definitely seen some wear and tear. I've damaged my vehicle because I did not know what we're about to talk about. So let's get into point number one. We've talked about it before, but I've never explained how do you properly care and wash your Tesla. So I'm not sponsored by these companies at all. This is just some things that I'm passing on to you. If you use dirty water, so let's say you spray your car down and you get to soaping up your vehicle in your Tesla, and then you wring out your sponge or your rag in that bucket, well, all of that dirt and debris from the road, maybe from bird droppings, are gonna collect in that water. And even though you don't see it, you wanna get a bucket that has a grate filter on the bottom so that you can't go down all the way and scoop up all those little bits of dirt and debris that you may not see. That's really important. And here's another thing. But they are gonna dull the paint of your Tesla. So you wanna make sure to use clean water and a clean rag whenever you're soaping up and rinsing off your Tesla. Let's get into the next point that has everything to do with the proper care when washing your Tesla. If you do use the same rag that you used to soap up your Tesla to dry your Tesla, you might be doing this unknowingly, spreading those swirl marks, which will dull the look of your Tesla. It'll make it look faded and dull in the sunlight, and at certain angles, you'll actually see the swirl marks where you're drying your car. So make sure to use clean rags whenever you're soaping up your car and then drying it off. So point number two is a big one. I didn't do this. Let's talk about paint protection film and ceramic coating. What is it? How much does it cost? And is it worth it? I'm a big fan of chemical guys, and whether you like Turtle Wax, Armor All, or another car cleaning product company, you want to make sure to find a ceramic coating. Let's start there. So this is not expensive. All you want to do is shake up that bottle to mix up all those compounds in the ceramic coating, and then you use a clean microfiber cloth and you wipe it on the areas that you want to protect. And usually on the bottle, it'll give you some type of cure time. So with ceramic coating, it's really helpful. You want to do this in room temperature or under the shade if you can, because if things are too hot outside, that ceramic coating will tend to dry really quickly, and it might be patchy, and it's not gonna give you a completely smooth look. I found for the best results, you simply wipe that on and then you follow the instructions on the dry time. You try, if you can, to apply it in the evenings or not in direct sunlight, and then you do this. And you simply wipe it off. That's all you have to do. You simply apply, wipe off, and this gives you a ceramic coating, almost a mirror-like finish. And I would especially recommend doing this on the front of your Tesla because there's no grill there. So all of the pebbles, the insects, everything hits that, and this will help the damage from happening. Another option is PPF. This is paint protection film. So what is this? This is a little pricier. There are two different options. One, you can have an auto body shop quote you on applying paint protection film. Now, in my last video, my brother talked about his Model Y performance. If you are considering a Model Y, check out his full review after owning the Model Y for a year up in this video. But he has paint protection film. It's pricey. It's about $5,000 to $6,000 to cover a Model Y in paint protection film. But there is good news. Certain companies like Test Bros sells a stencil, which you can do. You simply squeegee soapy water on your car, apply what's basically a sticker, the paint protection film, to your car, and then you squeegee the soapy water from underneath that film to allow it to dry and set. It's time consuming. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's definitely time consuming if you wanna do it yourself. So the cost is around $5,000 to $6,000 if you wanna shop to do your entire car. You can buy kits for a few $100s, but that's paint protection film. It is the top layer of security and protection for your paint. Now, let's move to the inside of the vehicle. The most popular accessories after tens of thousands of clicks on those links down below by far is a glass screen protector. And when we're talking about care and protection for your Tesla, all of your technology lies behind that screen. And you may think, well, I'm not gonna break my screen, I'm not gonna drop it like I would a phone. Why do I need this? Well, let's say you have a pet who gets a little unruly and claws at that screen, or a kiddo in the back seat chucks one of their toys, or you're loading something from the trunk and accidentally hit that screen. This allows some more protection for your screen, and also it prevents glare and fingerprints, and is pretty affordable, mostly around $40 or under. And of course, I can't mention the interior protection without, of course, mentioning interior floor mats. Now, if you heard me say it before, maybe you're new to the channel, 3D Max Spider floor mats are some of the most popular. They are pricey in my opinion. I have linked those and other sets from Amazon where you pay the same price, but you get all of the floor mats, the front, the trunk, and everything in between for one low price. But floor mats are definitely something that you want because they do not come with any single Tesla that you buy. Some of the models come with a carpet type of floor mat, but nothing to this level of protection. So when it comes to things like your battery, how do you protect your battery from losing range? The most critical portion of your Tesla, well, we cover the exterior and we cover the interior. Well, what about that crucial battery pack that's inside of your actual Tesla? Here's what you want to do. So number one, if you're a current Tesla owner, you want to look at which type of Tesla battery you have. Now, most older models, and I say older, 2022 and older, will have what's called a 2170 battery cell, and those really should be charged to 90%. So if you are charging maybe frequently for road trips or what have you, or you forget to change that meter on your cell phone app and you're charging to 100%, you could be losing range over time in that battery. Overcharging will absolutely make you lose more range than if you kept your battery percentage for the daily charge at the recommended amount. You want to keep your charger plugged in if you can, especially if you live somewhere that has fluctuating temperatures, really cold in the winter, really hot in the summer. That battery stays at the optimum temperature when it's plugged in. So if you can, based on where you live, another way to protect that battery is to keep it plugged in. And finally, if you are a supercharger user, you want to precondition your battery. This also protects your battery and it conditions that battery to the optimum temperature when you're driving. So even if you know where that supercharger is, you want to plug in that address to your Tesla screen and have that Tesla precondition the battery while you're driving there. So as far as battery protection goes, those are 3 items, easy fixes to get you the most range out of that battery. If you did like this video or you like Tesla content, consider hitting that subscribe button so I can make more videos for you. I am trying to do this full time. I would really appreciate it. And consider those links down in the description for the best accessories. The only way I know you liked this video is to drop a like. Again, this is Matt from Frunk to Trunk. We will see you in the next video.